Kirkwood not math. Hello everyone, and welcome to a video about stop motion animation. Yes, today instead of math, we're going to talk about how to make a stop motion animation in PowerPoint. So the first thing you need to do is save a new PowerPoint. For the PowerPoint we are using, it is preferable if you are using the app and not the online website. This right here is an example of an online website in PowerPoint, and in order to transfer back into the app, you need to go to this button over here, Editing, and go straight down to Open in Desktop. When you click that button, it will open it as an app in PowerPoint and not as the website version. There's different things you can do in each version, and you can do more in the app version. So first, let's take a quick look at what we are going to be making. So we are going to make a stop animation practice cartoon in this video, or possibly videos, depending on how long it takes. You can see here that it takes lots and lots and lots of slides to make a video like this. So let me show you just what it looks like really quickly. So when I press play, this will be the animation that we do, and that one was kind of fast. I will show you how to slow it down and how to make it go a little bit slower. We'll see if that works here. Yeah. Voila. Okay, so we're going to make an animation very similar to this. I've kind of already started one here, but we're going to start a new one. So let's go ahead and start a new blank PowerPoint. Here we go. The first thing you're going to want to do in your PowerPoint is save it. So at the very, very top, I know you can't see, it's off the screen, but at the very top where you click, it says presentation. You're going to want to click on this, and this is going to bring up a drop-down box that's going to ask you where you want to save it. Make sure that it's saved to your OneDrive, and for this situation, you're going to save it as last name, practice, cartoon, and then we're going to put the year, and that is what we are going to save. You want to make sure that it's in whatever file you want to save it in. In this case, I'm going to save it here, and you're going to press save. Oh, of course, this one already exists because I've made this here, so we're going to add an extra thing here. One. Perfect. All right. Then what we're going to do is start with our background. So I'm going to come over here to the PowerPoint slide, and I'm going to right click on it, and we're going to go down to layout, and I want to click blank. Now, anytime during this video, because you're doing it on a video format, if you want to pause, stop, rewind, you may do so, okay? That is totally up to you. If I'm going too fast, please pause and rewind and rewatch. That is why I'm doing this in video format. All right, now that we have a blank slate here, we're going to design our background. Now, we are doing a very basic practice cartoon. So I'll let you know when you can have some free will with design, but for the most part, just copy what I do so that you can get a basic one going, and then later you get free reign and creating your own, and maybe you'll be inspired on what you can do. So for now, we're going to go to the insert button, and we're going to insert a shape. And the shape we're going to use is just a plain old rectangle, not this curved rectangle, rounded corners. We're going to do just a regular old rectangle here. And we're going to start by drawing a rectangle to be our background. Now you can make this background color whatever color you want. The way we're going to do that is you can play with these right here, these like pre-designed backgrounds. Okay, they've got lots of fun colors. Or you can go here to shape fill, and as long as you're selected on that shape, you can pick a color, and it doesn't matter what color you want to do. You can come down here to more fill colors, and you can get a little color wheel of options. You can pick a picture to be your background. You can do a faded little gradient, so you can have a nice light shaded color to your little wall. This is what we're making as a wall. You can do a dark graded variance, or you can do a texture, so you can make it kind of look like something funky. Okay. For this first one, we're going to keep it simple and we're just going to pick a color. So let's just pick, ooh, I like purple. We'll pick purple. Now for my outline, you see how this has a dark outline on my shape? I don't really want to outline, so we're going to say no outline. Okay. I'm going to click off of my shape so that there's no more circles on it. And we're going to go back to insert and we're going to insert another shape. We're going to do another rectangle. Now this rectangle is going to be the floor of my animation. So I'm going to pick a rectangle of some height. And for this guy, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go, you can see here, fill pops up. I'm going to go to fill. I'm going to go to texture because I would like a wood floor for this guy. And let's do a dark wood. And again, I'm going to want no outline. And I think it's still selected, no outline there. All right, so now I have a background and a floor, and I'm still on the same slide. We're going to build our background, and then we'll start duplicating slides to make this animation happen. The next thing I'm going to make is going to be another rectangle, because we're going to make a door. So just like in that previous animation, we're going to make this door. We're going to make a person walk to a door, push a button, open that door, and then there's something going to be behind it. So I am going to fill this and change its background. This first door piece I'm going to make is going to be the background. Okay. I'm going to make, so, when you open the door, there's like a dark abyss in the background. That's what I'm going to make. So we're going to make a rectangle, door shaped, and we're going to fill it dark. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to copy this. Now you can press Control C and Control V on your keyboard to copy and paste something. But if you are unsure about that, you can right click your shape, press copy, and then right click off your shape and paste. Now do not do picture because that's going to make a picture image and you're not going to be able to change its color very easily. You really just want to make the same shape, just a duplicate of it. So we're going to paste using this destination theme. And it's going to give me the exact same thing that I just put here. But this shape that we just made is going to be the outside of my door. So I'm going to right click and the same thing, I'm going to fill it with a door color. Now you can make this door whatever color you want. But for me, I would like a brown door. So I'm going to go to more fill options and I'm going to come down here to my browns and I'm going to pick a brown I like. And I'm going to press OK. And that is going to be my door. Now you could get fancy and decorate this door, but we're going to keep it just the way it is right now. So I now have a background, a floor, a door, and a black abyss that my door opens up into. Okay, that is step one. Now, if you need to, this is a good place to pause and create your background here, however you want it to look. All right, because now we're going to go ahead and quickly move into making our little person. So we're going to go back to insert and back to shapes. And you may notice that down here in these basic shapes, you have a smiley face. So for this guy right now, we're going to make this little smiley face, this image here. Go ahead and change it to whatever color you want it to be. I kind of like that color, that little turquoisey color. But we're going to make it a little bit lighter, I think, so you can see him better. So I'm going to make a little light turquoise face. I'm going to go back into insert and into shapes. And we're going to pick now a rounded rectangle. I guess you could do a triangle too. Maybe I'll try a triangle. I won't make a little man. Maybe I'll make a little lady in her little dress. Okay, but if you wanted to make a man, you would just do a rectangle. So I'll show you that previous one before. So here you would have like a rectangle man with arms and legs, but I'm going to do a little lady, be a little different here. So I'm going to do a rectangle. Make sure that that's not sticking into her. Then I'm going to go back into, oh, look, it also pops up here. The things I've been using were options. You can keep going into insert, or if you were here at home, you could just pick those shapes here. But I'm going to go into insert and I'm going to use the rounded rectangle for my person's arms. So I want some skinny arms here. And this arm is going to go ahead and rotate downwards because we're not ready for their arms to be up yet. And then I want my arm to be the same as my other arm. So I'm going to Control C, Control V, and copy and paste another arm, or right click, copy, right click, paste, use destination theme. That will also get me the same one. And then now I have a duplicate copy of the arm. As long as I'm selected on this image, if I'm in shape format, I can come over here to rotate and I can flip my arm all these different ways. Let's just flip it horizontally so that it's on the other side of my arm here. Let's make them the same spot on my person. Perfect. And then I'm going to use this other arm that I make and actually make it a leg. We're going to rotate it, bloop. And I'm going to make this a leg. We may shorten that leg. There we go. And then I'm going to Control Copy, Control V, so I get a second leg of the same size. And voila, I have a person here, ready to be animated. Now, when I move this person, it's really difficult because if I move it, I'm going to just move one of my shapes. So what I need to do is group this person. Now, hopefully you made your person off to the side like I did because it'll be easier for you to group. I'm going to start off my slide, not on the colored part, off on the corner, because if I do it on the color part, I'm going to move my background, which I don't want. So I'm going to start over here and I'm going to click and drag and create this kind of gray rectangle, which will select all of the pieces of my person. I can then, on my person, right click and go to group, and I can group this as one image. So now my little person is one person that I can move all around my animation, and that will make it a lot easier for that person to move around. All right, so our job, if you remember in our animation, is we're going to have, we're going to have this person walk across, and then they're going to push a button. We need to make a button. So let's use a little shape here. If you wanted to make it like a door handle, you could, but we're just going to make it kind of like a button, almost like an elevator or like one of those handicap buttons. Okay. My person's going to come over. They're going to push this button. And then that will make the door open, and behind the door will be something else. All right, so we've got our background, we've got our person is grouped, we've got our button. What we're ready to do now is to start animating our cartoon. And the way we're going to do that is in a stop motion kind of feature. We're going to basically copy and paste this exact same background over and over and over again while slowly moving our person across the floor. So I'm going to come over to my slide. I'm going to right click and press duplicate. And that will give me a second slide that is exactly the same as my first. I am then going to click and drag my person just a little bit closer towards the button. Then I'm going to right click and duplicate and drag my person a little bit closer. And I'm going to keep doing this until my person gets to the button. Little bits at a time. So the smaller chunks or spaces that you move your person, the smoother your animation will be. If you move really big jumps each time, then your animation will be quite choppy. But for our animation, we're just going to slowly click and move and duplicate until we get to our button. So I'm just going to keep doing that until our video ends. And then you're going to join me in the next video and I'll have finished this. Oopsies. And I'll show you what to do after our person gets all the way across the room. All right. Just keep clicking, duplicating, and moving. See you in the next video.